Well, from recalls to plant closures, inflation, and supply chain delays, the nationwide shortage of baby formula is causing a lot of stress, specifically for moms who are going through so much just to get their hands on formula for their babies. We hear now from some of those concerned parents in our series, Your Voice.
Right now, so it's really hard. I've looked everywhere.
It is the most, besides the hugs and the love, is the most basic thing that these babies need. People have texted pictures of grocery shelves saying there is this much formula left. Does anyone need me to pick it up for anyone that they know?
I was in the car today for 4 hours. The 7 stores I checked personally, none of them but one had my daughter's formula. And that was just today. Since this week, I've checked 53 stores, from Gloucester to Burlington to Brockton to Rhode Island to Salem, New Hampshire. I mean, I'm going out of state to look. I just can't find it anywhere. It's hard. It's really hard. It's sad. It's scary. I mean, it's super scary. It's the only thing she can eat. Like, that's what keeps her alive. So it's scary.
It's extremely concerning. We're not necessarily trying to ration out because they need to eat.
The times that we're in right now, it's already so tough living in the world that we're living in. So to not be able to feed your baby or find what you need is really heartbreaking.
You have that mom guilt where you don't want to necessarily take it as soon as you see it on the shelf for fear that someone else, and take more than one even. But at the same time, you have to feed your babies, and it's like, what are you supposed to do?
Well, as you just heard from those frustrated moms, the baby formula shortage is putting a lot of parents on edge all across the country. And in a move to ease a nationwide deficit, the FDA actually announced Monday it's agreed with Abbott, the formula manufacturing plant in Michigan, on a plan to reopen, as well as make it easier for global manufacturers to sell their product in the U.S. as long as they meet certain criteria. For more on this, ABC News senior national policy correspondent Anne Flaherty joining me now. Good to see you, Anne.
Good to see you, Kira.
Despite the FDA's efforts, the agency says it will take weeks before many parents even see more formula on the shelves. So how do parents cope in the meantime?
Well, the recommendations aren't anything anyone wants to hear. We already heard the moms going out of state, traveling to every store. One of the recommendations is to keep going back to these stores because you never know when their stores are going to restock. Keep looking online. The American Academy of Pediatrics says that if your child is over 6 months, you can try cow's milk, but that's not a permanent solution. You want to get back to that formula. So, of course, they're just going to keep urging people to go back. I think one of the things that you can do if your child's on a specialty type formula, if they have medical issues, Abbott and some of the other manufacturers have hotlines that you can call to try to track down more formula.
And, I've been reading, there's actually been a number of reporters that have tried to call a lot of these phone numbers, and they get recordings or they get representatives that say, I'm sorry, I can't help you. So even the government website, all the way down to these hotline numbers, it seems a lot of people seem to be very frustrated that they still can't get anywhere. And then you've got companies that manufacture the infant formula. They're already dealing with supply chain issues from last fall when the FDA began investigating the reports of the bacterial infections at Abbott. So can we just assume that this is only going to get worse before it gets better?
Well, the FDA says that they hope that that's not the case. So they've done two things. One, they're working with Abbott to get that facility back on board. I think that's going to take at least 2 months before we actually see product on shelves as a result of that. The other thing that the FDA is doing that I find interesting is that they're going to try to open up to global manufacturers. So, one of the things most people don't know about this is that 98% of the formula sold in the United States comes from domestic suppliers. And we like that in the United States. We love made in the USA. When COVID hit, that was a big problem when we couldn't manufacture masks inside the country. The problem, though, is that you have this business, this industry that's been concentrated so highly in just 4 companies make this product. And then these companies also have a monopoly on a lot of the contracts, federal contracts, to give formula to women who are low income. So it's very difficult for competitors to get in. FDA wants to open that up to global suppliers. They say they want to make sure that the formula coming into the United States is quality. So that will take some time, but they say that that is going to make a very big difference.
And so earlier today, the Senate Finance Committee, they announced that they're launching this investigation into the tax practices of Abbott, this main manufacturer in Michigan that makes this formula. How significant is this?
So this is, Senator Wyden of Oregon trying to shine a light on the 2017 GOP bill that was pushed by Republicans. It created a lot of tax cuts for corporations like Abbott. Abbott is not alone in this. And the criticism has been that many of these corporations have used this money for stock buybacks instead of reinvesting in the economy, reinvesting in their businesses. So I should add, Kara, there's absolutely no evidence right now that Abbott participated in stock buybacks to the detriment of this facility, and a lack of investment what caused this problem. I don't think that we're seeing that right now. Abbott says it's absolutely never violated any laws, but this is Senator Wyden wants to shine a light on this.
So 2 children now in Memphis, in the area of Memphis, had to be hospitalized because of specialty formula not being available. So what's being done to prevent now this problem we're seeing from happening?
Well, of course, doctors are advising women that and parents, when you're feeding your child maybe a substitute formula, to monitor the child very closely and to work with them to see if your child is taking it okay. But bigger picture, keep calling those hotlines, keep trying the different sites, keep trying different stores, keep going back. The problem should slowly get better as these FDA moves start to take effect.
All right, we'll continue to talk about it and follow it. Anne, thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.